Okay, so we're gonna just do this video and see how this works, right? I have struggled with depression for like majority of my life, my entire life. I specifically remember like a shift around when I moved from New York to Las Vegas when I was in the 4th grade. I realized that I was different than other kids. Like, my mentality was just different. I was not talking or thinking about the same things that other people in my age group were. I'm also insecure about my body. I was super skinny, which is, most people are like, yes, that's a plus, what are you talking about? People still come up to me and say that, but I'm just like, you're not me, you don't understand how I feel, this doesn't look right in the mirror, so it got really bad around in high school, like junior year, senior year, and like the beginning years of college. Like all of junior year to the beginning of senior year, I was dead inside. I had no emotions. I did not want to feel anything. It's too much emotions. I can't handle it. I am a person who didn't like to cry. So I would just hold in my emotions, bottle them up. Don't let anyone see you cry. Don't cry over this. Suck it up. People have it way worse than you. Get over it. Bad talking, bashing myself basically, which is not a good thing. Don't do that. I was doing that, and I moved to New York and stayed with my sister. Started college. I thought getting away from the environment that I've always been in for the past 9 years out in Las Vegas. Growing up, I thought going to a new environment would help, but it just made it more aware. This is around the same time that I was getting into like spirituality. I was interested in figuring out my spirituality because I'm not Christian. I never resonated with Christian. I did grow up going to church every Sunday, reading the Bible with Mama, but I didn't resonate with that message. I didn't resonate with what they were teaching. And so I started looking into other religions and practices and just seeing what else was out there basically, which I encourage everyone to do. If you mill around in some other practices and religions, you'll see the similarities in things, and you should just look into it for yourself. But for me, I was really looking into different stuff, and I have always been into meditation and yoga since I was little. I don't know if anybody remembers on Fit TV, there were like exercise programs on there in the morning that I wake up and do. So I was always into fitness. Fast forward back to college, I started to get back into that. It's like, let me meditate, let me try and clear my mind. And so I really was feeling like I didn't have a purpose. And that is the one thing that really fuels my depression, is when I feel like I have no purpose, when I feel like I'm not doing anything, I'm just being stagnant, I'm not progressing forward. That is when I really feel depressed. You get that feeling and you're like, this doesn't feel good, but you don't know why you feel like this. It's just there, and you don't know how to explain it to people, so they don't understand. But I was getting that feeling, so I decided to try just yoga and stuff that I used to do, and meditation, which really helped. I didn't know it was helping because it was new, and I didn't see the effects right away. Like, I was meditating and my thoughts were still there, they were still racing, I was still thinking about stuff all the time. 3 minutes and it was torture. It was like, how do people get through this? I don't understand. How do people do this for hours? I'm struggling with 3 minutes. But after a while, continuing to do it, like one day my brain just shut off. I don't know. I didn't realize it till like the end, but I really sat there for the whole 3 minutes, like not thinking about anything, and it was beautiful. And then from that point on, I started getting better at meditation, but I still felt like I wasn't moving towards my purpose. I still felt stuck. I still felt like I needed to move or do something. I don't know, I'm a Capricorn, and one of the things about Capricorns is we know when it's time for change, like when it's time to move on to something else, when it's time to evolve and grow ourselves. I think everybody does, but especially in my sign, we have an instinctual like knowing of when it's time to grow. I moved back to Las Vegas. I left that school, did an online school instead. Still am in online school, Full Sail University. I still felt like I didn't have a purpose, and I know a lot of people feel that way. What's my purpose? Why are we here? What's the point of everything? I was asking myself those exact same questions, and you're not alone. That's what I would like to say, is that you're not alone, and you will figure out your purpose. You will figure out what you're here to do. What everyone really deep down wants to do is to connect, is to have that connection with others. I will leave you with that on finding your purpose. But anyway, I was struggling to find my purpose and what I'm supposed to do. I'm not a 9-to-5 person. I'm like, this is a waste of time. I am a writer. I need to be writing. I need to be making scripts. I need to be making films. I need to be expressing myself through that way. And I was going through that, and it was just getting worse, and it was getting worse. And then I realized that I had to stop being the victim. Be like, nobody understands, nobody really cares, what's the point, why am I here, I should just do nothing. Like, I wasn't going to kill myself. I just knew that I am not given anything that I can't handle. But I knew that whatever was happening to me, I could get through it, or I would get through it. But when you're in the moment, this sucks. Like, what is this? I don't understand why I'm feeling like this. What do you want me to do? But yeah, I just really had to stop and think. I had to figure out what I really, truly wanted to do and how to go about that. Since the beginning of the year, since the beginning of 2017, I've really been trying to hone in on what I really want to do, and those things are going to push me forward into finding my purpose and becoming my greatest self. I've been really focusing on my spirituality, creating my place of zen and peace to come and meditate every day. I meditate in this spot. And if no one is there to talk to, because sometimes, family members and friends, they think different than us, or they got their own stuff going on, and they don't always understand, even when we do talk to them. So you still feel alone. That is when you go and look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself. You need to pick yourself up, and you need to say, I deserve to be happy, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to progress and become my greatest self. Once you learn to control your thoughts, you can manifest any life that you want for yourself. Yes, getting in tune with my spirituality, doing meditation, doing yoga, that really helped my depression, and just being there for myself. I was always by myself, reading, doing stuff by myself alone. I've been sheltered, I don't think purposely, but my mother did shelter me a lot when I was younger. I didn't really go out. I was always grounded because of grades, like harsh stuff, man. C's, like not even serious grades. It's okay, I love you, mother. You just need to be that person for yourself. You need to be able to pick yourself up. You need to be able to talk to yourself and tell yourself, okay, things are looking bad right now, but we don't know what's on the other side of this storm. You know, the clouds will pass, because they always do. You may not understand now, but once the clouds pass, you will understand why you had to go through this and what it will bring into your life for you to progress. So that's how I try to look at situations. And when things aren't going right, I'm like, okay, why? Why is this not going right? What am I doing that's not working for me anymore? What am I doing that's conflicting with my soul? Like, you're not feeling good, you're not listening. Listen to the heart and the soul. What changes need to be made about this situation that you're in right now to get you where you need to be? That's how you need to look at depression. You cannot be hard on yourself. You have to love yourself, and that is where you really win when battling depression, is loving yourself and want yourself to progress. You have to want the best for yourself. You have to be a little selfish sometimes, and I'm just kind of learning that. Once you really tap into that, really get in tune with what your purpose is and what needs to be done, what you need to do, you really get excited, because you're like, the opportunities, the possibilities are endless for what you can achieve once you really tune into yourself. Yeah, that is pretty much my depression story. Like, I've always had depression. I don't really think of it as a bad thing anymore. It doesn't feel good. No, it does not feel good, but it's there for a reason. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you like this. Let me know what you're doing to take care of yourself. Saying your affirmations. Are you meditating? Do you do yoga? Do you go to the spa? Do you massage? How do you take care of yourself? Okay. I want all of you to actively work on uplifting yourself. When that negative talk comes in, like, it can really spiral and take over your thinking. You have to keep thinking positive. Like, this is just temporary. It's just a temporary situation. Like, I'm gonna get out of this. I don't know how, but I know I am. I will make a way out of this, because this ain't for me. Like, you have to continue to tell yourself, you got this. What can you do to get here? What can you do to get there? Like, you don't have to stay here if you don't want to. Hope you take these words of wisdom to the heart, and I will see you in the next one.